So I've been asked to do this little intro video thing. So I'm a 40-year-old man based in Doncaster, a place called Doncaster, in a place called South Yorkshire, in a country called England. And I'm a bare knuckle fighter. I started off doing white collar boxing in 2016, started off with charity boxing. Went from charity boxing to amateur boxing. I had 7 amateur bouts. My first amateur bout being, I didn't know at the time, but the guy was meant to fight the Yorkshire champion. And it was my first ever fight without an head guard. So there's no way on this earth that was matched on Warrior. But you know, it is what it is. I fought a bare knuckle fighting champion called Seamus Devlin in 2019 for charity. And I enjoyed it so much, mate. I've shown how tough my head is. I've shown how tough my head is, mate. I've shown how what I'm for real. You know what I mean? I then went on to fight a couple more amateur bouts after that. And then I think it was 2 amateur bouts after that bare knuckle fight. And then I've turned 40 in the pandemic. And I can't box governed by England boxing anymore. You can't box governed by England boxing in the amateur ranks no more. And I loved the amateur pace. I loved the pace of it. I love having to be super fit. If I was out with lads having a drink, and they'd be like, "Oh, come on, have a pint," and I'd be like, "I can't. I could be boxing tonight in wherever," because I could do it. When I was amateur boxer, once I got a text message at 4 p.m. saying, "You're in Liverpool tonight," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm ready." You know what I mean? I used to love that, and I used to love the fast-paced Olympic-style boxing of it all. It was good. And now I'm a bare knuckle fighter. I've had 2 bail fights this year. Whilst I was homeless, I promoted, managed to get rid of tickets, managed to get to the fight, managed to train, managed to fight. And I impressed the club that much to give a 2-year contract out. Through the name that I used, Philip Anthony Hartley, and between the name I used, Philip Anthony Hartley, and Spartan Wars, there was a 2-year contract, which is awesome. I've had a fight in the ring, YouTube Wars Chapter 2, and I was meant to rematch a guy called Dean the Taff Morris on YouTube Wars Chapter 2 in the 21st of October. You have to bear with me because I've got mental health problems and I can get myself a bit stuttery. I've had a bang on head a couple of years back, and since then, when I try and concentrate on more than a couple of things at once, my head sort of backs up a little bit and I get a bit stuttery, and I don't mean to. I try not to. I try and hold it. But I was meant to rematch a guy on the 21st of October, but Dean the Taff Morris, we got a draw. We got a draw in 2000. Oh, that's my head going. We got a draw on the 29th of July. I'm a bit annoyed because he said he'd rematch us, and then he's backed out saying he's got a broken hand. Yeah, he's got a fight lined up for 11th of November, like 3 weeks after the fight we're supposed to have. So, it seems a bit like of a ducking move to this guy, but, it is what it is, isn't it? My boxing is saved my life. Boxing, fighting, has saved my life. And I just walk around all day promoting health, fitness, good living, clean living, and the fighting. And I've got 100% respect for any man that's willing to turn up, step across from us, stand across from us in the arena and throw down and then shake hands with us afterwards and have a beer. So that's my journey. I started doing the boxing because I was walking marathons tackling my mental health problems instead of taking tablets and pharmaceuticals. I found that exercise, installing good energy, good positive things in your day, it helps you physically, mentally, spiritually, everything. So I was doing these walks all around the country, and then I'd done like 12 marathons or something on this Strava app, this GPS tracker. Woke up at the side of this beautiful lake in the Peak District. Sun was just coming up, birds were tweeting, it was beautiful, and I thought, this is not a challenge. And the people were sponsoring me for these events, so I thought, let's find something more challenging. I went on Facebook and there were a guy that I was in talks, an old associate of mine, I would have called him. I called him a friend, mate. He's my friend, but he fell out of us through all this bollocks, through all the shite. Because before I did the boxing, I'm trailing off. I'm trying to fucking explain things straight up, mate. And right before the fucking running, before the walking. No, during the walk-in, I done Doncaster Tent City and Donny Scran Van, it's called. The DSV Community of Donny Scran Van. And I learned that the problem on our streets is addiction and corruption. Corruption in the people claiming to be looking after the towns. Anyway, I'm not going down that route now. My mental health is a big part of my life. It's all derived from being with ex-partners that use children to install pain upon someone. You know, when you're an empath, you leave a narcissist, and if they've got the children, they can always abuse you, no matter how long you've been separated for. If they've got the children, they can constantly abuse you. My children, I'm going so many different things here. Sorry, my children. I don't like doing these videos, mate. My children. There's been two orders that order my ex in person to make those children available for contact, but she's breached them both and still fucking going on with. So you know, my head is fucked. So I have to keep positive. I have to keep busy. I have to keep moving. If I sit down, I stagnate. Everything slows. Everything stops. So I have to keep everything moving, as well as keep my mind moving, keep my mind working, constantly keeping busy, constantly keeping focused on things, so I don't have to think about that. But anyway, I saw this guy called JP doing some boxing for charity, and I thought, I'll have a go at that, and I signed up. And then my journey's changed from there. I walked 114 marathons on Strava, GPS tracker, and then I've ran 22 half marathons, just through pandemic that was. The 114 marathons I walked before the pandemic, and then through the pandemic I've ran 22 half marathons, all on GPS tracker. And now I'm a bare knuckle fighter at Spartan Wars, and YouTube Wars gave me an opportunity to fight on their show. I went for it, I grabbed it with both hands, and I'm at it. And I've got a fight coming up on 21st of October in 13 days, mate. 13 days against Scotty Gray, who's gone pretty silent over the last few days. Pretty silent. When he was due to fight a guy called Andy of the Goodhand family, he was giving it videos every day, but now he's quieting down. Whether or not he's trying to play mind games and stuff, I don't care, mate. You have to be a very fit, strong fella to beat us. It's that fact. Yeah? I've had lads trying to knock me out. I've had lads giving me their all, mate, and then looking at me as if to say, what is keeping you stood up? So, anyway, guys, that's my little video. It's only 8 minutes long. I am a crazy madhead from a place called Doncaster, and I suffer with schizotypal personality disorder. That's not schizophrenia. That's what they say. That's what the shrinks say, all right? I don't want their tablets. I don't want to claim on their benefits. I don't want to fucking use the legal name for anything other than the fighting. And obviously I have to use it for the bank. And that's it anyway. That's it. A lot of people say, what about, that's your name and that. I'm just a man that knows the difference between the name I use and myself. And I'd be a fool to say I am the name that I use. Peace!